All right. Bad news about the Prelude. We can all thank Honda for their lovely design work here. I should just get rid of this and get a Civic. Do all the same thing to the Civic. Everything else is easier on a Civic. This is dumb. Oh, God. Well, anyway, the Prelude's not getting lowered. So, I had these eBay coilover sleeves ready to rock, which can't even go on the back. Nobody does anything to the second gen Prelude. So there's no parts, there's no coilovers. But worst of all, I find a workaround. We were even just gonna cut the rear springs and then use the coilover sleeves to match the ride height in the front. But yeah, so the bottom of the struts are like pressed in to the knuckle, I guess. It's not really a steering knuckle, whatever. The Anyway, so there's a pinch bolt that keeps those things locked in there, and those are both now stripped after. All right, well, what else did we try to get this out of there? We got wrench with a mallet. I wasn't doing it. A lot of PB blaster. Managed to get the little impact on there. Did nothing. We finally managed to get half-inch impact socket on there, and then this big heavy-duty ratchet, and then the jack handle for mega torque. Nothing worked, and then we even got it spun around a little bit and put the jack on the ratchet and lifted the whole car and tried using the body weight of the car to break it loose, and it wouldn't. So that one's not stripped, but we cannot get it to budge. This car's supposed to be fun, and I was just getting super mad. So, not fun anymore. Oh well. That was fun. The taillights were fun. The wheels were fun. I thought doing suspension would be fun. It's not, unlike that. When I got E36 coilovers, I was like, God, this is going to be such a pain in the ass. I know it. And it took me like 45 minutes to do all four corners. This has been 2 hours roughly of just trying to break two bolts loose. So
Same shit with the Accord, like the City 5. It's just everything is a pain in the ass.
yeah, I don't understand. This isn't a Accord platform car, actually. Need new studs? No, it's just it's a bolt. There's an actual pinch bolt in there that keeps the bottom of the strut mounted to the car. It's just not worth it to me.
Well, it's just like going back to the forums. Like everyone's asking, like, "Oh, why doesn't anybody modify these? Because it's stupid and buy a Civic and do everything else."
And they're cool, but that's just too much for me to deal with. That stripped out bolt. So, and it's two pieces of iron that are threaded. So, if I cut the head off of that bolt, we still have a stud running through both those pieces of iron that pinch around the strut that are threaded in and rusted shut. Like they would have to be drilled out. The entire, basically, just all of the suspension assembly needs replaced if we can't get those bolts out or if I destroy it. It's not worth it. Meme car, not worth it. If I'm gonna be cracking knuckles and swearing and breaking shit, it's gonna be over the Datsun because I actually want that car to. This thing is just a meme. So I mean, I guess stock ride height it shall stay. We can still do interior stuff, and if we hit 50,000 subscribers, we can still turbocharge it.
Sick.
But
It'll be turbocharged at stock red hat.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, for now that's it. It was gonna be ass anyway because the rear suspension is completely blown. Here's another dumb meme about Preludes. These are rebuildable. You can't buy just strut assemblies. You have to buy like a cartridge to rebuild the suspension. It's all a giant pain in the ass. So let's just get a Civic, dude. Honestly. Oh, we'll see if someone will trade me a Civic for this thing. But
Hey, you can probably ask the old dudes outside my work. driving an EG hatch and it was manual, and he was going very slow out the parking lot, but it was going about 5,000 RPM on that clutch. Dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
All right,
he's
let's-
literally just like revving up and hitting rev limiter, just slowly going out. I was
Here,
like, no.
take this. I'm gonna throw the wheels back on. Wait, Jake, feel how light these are. That BBS life.
That's really light, yeah. Might have done this messed up, so
What'd you do?
jammed it.
Come on and jam.
I got drunk last night.
Yeah, me too. Which is kind of why I'm irritated.
You can see it's all,
I'm very groggy.
it's all bruised right there.
Where did I put all the lug nuts? Here's one. There's a start.
One and done.
That's all you need. Alright, here. You want to throw the other one on?
Yeah.
You guys know how wheels go on. You take the lug nuts, you put it on, right?
Take the sun. And then you don't put the rest on and you're done.
Yeah, just the one.
That's Idaho standards.
Why? Because there's some dumbass bolts that hold the bottom of the strut pinched shut into the... I can't even explain this very well. You guys just have to... You know what I'm talking about. Suspension that doesn't bolt on the bottom, it slides in, and then there's a pinch bolt or a pinch assembly with a bolt. Those bolts will not move courtesy of that impact. We can't get the half-inch impact on there. The body weight of the car won't move it. The half-inch, like we threw that on there, jacked it up by the ratchet, still didn't budge. The other side is stripped. If we cut the head off, there's still two bodies of threaded iron with rusted bolt stud holding it together that need to be dealt with. And it's just not worth it. It just really isn't. So sorry, Prelude. You stay stock ride height. You know what went really well too? The Corolla's coilovers. That was easy.
Yeah, I wasn't there for those.
The Corolla was great. The only thing that was bad was there's the brake line junctions from solid to soft, and its junction is mounted on the stock suspension. So you have to take the brake line off and put it back together on the new suspension, which the max speeding rods did have a spot for, and then bleed the brakes again.
Honestly, shout out to Max Speeding Rods.
So instead of doing that, I just cut the brake line mount off the stock suspension and then zip tied it out of the way and
Done.
drove it to Las Vegas.
And then I see the car every single day. It's parked next to my work.
Yeah, he took the wheels off.
He puts on some, honestly, sorry if you're watching this, but some dumb criminals.
Yeah, he took the wheels off, he raised it,
Made it more stock.
cut the springs only on the car.
The hood's still rusted.
That's such a bad idea with Honda spring tension, but it would be easy. You know, probably not. Probably not. Ross did cut my springs on the front of the Volvo with them on. So, I mean, maybe we can talk Ross into doing it. Because they're really easy to get to. They are right there. But the fronts are also press fit. And that sucks. I saw guys use M50 in this body. Like a BMW engine. Alright, I'm ending this live stream. Peace out.